2025 box office is in shambles, and Hollywood is depending on only 2 movies left to save the day. What are they? We'll tell you and let you know whether or not woke is back. It's no joke. Hollywood believes it'll help them stop being so broke. Hello, folks, and welcome back. It's another dandy of a day because you've come our way. It's time to talk about Zootopia 2 and Wicked for Good. Is it going to be enough? Because right now, 2025 is landing under 2024. And if you know anything about the box office, you know that's not good. All right, let's click the like button. Let's share this out. Drop a comment down below. And here we go. Here's why Tinseltown is freaking out. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this out of Varieties from Rebecca Rubin. October box office plunges to 3-decade low as flops like Tron Ares and Smashing Machine pile up. You'll notice they don't want to say one battle after another because, oh boy, they don't like that one. They wanted that to do so well. Rebecca, though, is setting the stage for us because it turns out this October is not just the worst in 30 years. When you adjust for inflation, it's the worst ever. And they've got to dig themselves out of a huge hole now for 2025 to even approach 2024, which was told to us to be just awful. October was a bust at the box office as big budget tentpoles and award contenders like Disney's Tron Ares and Dwayne Johnson's The Smashing Machine struggled to sell tickets. Overall revenues for the month were tragic with $425 million across all titles. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen a single movie cross the $425 million mark? Because I have. Just so we can put this into comparison, I want everybody to take a moment, okay? How many times have we talked about movies before and we've said, it's crossed the $500 million mark, it's doing wonderful?
Yeah.
Every single movie, all of them in October hit 425. You know what? I got to make this comparison worse. You ready? Every movie in October failed to reach Fantastic Four.
Wow.
That's how bad this is.
I don't know. I'm just going to point this out. Not a lot of people know this about me, but I find Fantastic Four to be a very boring movie and shouldn't have even made the money that it did make. So
right. Well, we're in simpatico on that. So, folks, what is the plan to save the day? How are they going to get out of this and unbury themselves? Well, the Hollywood Reporter gives us a clue. Pamela McClintock is telling us that Wicked for Good is tracking to open to bewitching $150 to $120 million at the Thanksgiving box office. Now, Hollywood has messed up a little bit. I'm going to tell you why. Folks, it is now November 6th, and I know some of you out there are saying, there's a new movie coming out. It's going to be a good movie. It's going to be exciting, and I'm here to tell you, it's not going to be exciting for consumers. What's the new movie that's out this weekend, Jonas? What is it?
This weekend, is it Predator Badlands?
And do you guys know how much it's predicted to make at the box office this weekend?
No. Globally, I think around 60 million.
Yeah, and domestically 25.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah, it's going to be rough.
I hope they only spend around 75 million on that if that's the box office outlook for this on opening weekend.
So we're waiting all the way until Thanksgiving week to have Wicked for Good come out. It's done. It's ready. It could come out right now, but we're going to wait all the way until Thanksgiving week. And then days later, it's going to go up against Zootopia 2, which means they have wasted the first 3 weeks of November until we can get to the big week and then have the 2 big films go head to head, whereas they didn't have to. This is the craziness of Hollywood.
But in the old days, they would have called it counter programming.
They would have. You're exactly right. Except culture. Yeah. Zootopia likely has a huge female demographic that's interested in Judy Hopps, and that same demographic wants to go see Elphaba and Ariana do their thing. Glinda, they call her. And I don't think this was wise. I think that they are trying to survive and putting these things head to head. It's a wasted November. What say you?
It's been wasted for sure. I mean, again, they need programming, not just counter programming. They don't have any programming. This is the bigger part of why this winter looks so dismal, not just for the normal reasons. But I'm looking at Predator, which is a Disney product through one of their holding companies for their IPs, and that's going to be not even earning enough to pay for itself, most likely by my estimations. You have Wicked for Good, which is the stupidest name for a sequel I've ever heard of. But I don't think that's going to do, the kind of numbers they really need it to do. The first film really didn't do the kind of numbers they needed it to do, but here we are. And then Zootopia, I mean, I don't need more therapy sessions courtesy of Disney, and I'm getting at least one in this particular, animated film. Kids don't want to, see, their partners in therapy, but you know what? The industry does, because they want to guarantee that therapy is a fun option for everybody in the future.
I still want little fox and rabbit babies. I want to see what that looks like. Here's what they're hoping for, guys. This is out of Box Office Pro. This is what they've got. This is now the last bit of hope they've got. And I'll explain this too. Because people say, Pro, what about Avatar? Avatar's going to come in, going to make $1 billion. What do you got against Avatar? What do you like, culture now? Hating on that franchise? You don't like James Cameron? Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, listen up. Hey, Avatar
it's Fern Gully Part 7, Pro. Come on.
Listen, folks, I've already revved him up. Avatar is going to come late in December. Yeah. So, yes, it will have some fun in 2025, but maybe the largesse of its box office comes from the next calendar year. Yes. So it's not going to, even if it does exceedingly well, it's not going to save this year. So what they want, Mo, is they want Zootopia to come in and beat Moana 2. And what they're hoping for right now, they've got it pegged at making 95 to 110 in its opening weekend, and 140 to 160 over the 5-day. It needs 200, I believe, if it's going to try to beat Moana 2. It needs $200 million with that 5-day. The problem is, as we just said, it's going head-to-head with Wicked, and that is a strategic, terrible mistake for these movies. There's no reason that Wicked shouldn't be coming out next weekend. There is literally nothing. There is nothing on in cinemas that people care about. Why would they not release it earlier?
Well, I think it's for the pure and simple fact that they're trying to show their investors how awesome their opening weekend is going to be. And when you do it over Thanksgiving weekend, you get a nice expanded sample size of the crowd, because they're probably going to open it a little earlier and have it be available for a lot longer while people are off work. So they want to make sure that their investors are impressed. And I think that they were more concerned about that than they were about actually doing what you said, which is releasing Wicked for Good earlier, so that it's more, so that it's available and it's not smothering Zootopia 2. But I think it's just the pure and simple fact that they're trying to get any good news, and if it squelches one of their other properties, I think they're willing to do that to look good on the investor paper come the next come the next quarterly report. And that's just from my financial brain. That's what they're doing. That just seems to be obviously apparent. That's what they're going to do. And it's a dumb move, but I understand it from a purely financial point, but it's not a good move.
Now, I want to show everybody that what's going on here, because, and that's great analysis. If we go to Deadline, folks, we've got great researchers here. I'm telling you. We put our jumbo pencils to the test every single day. Deadline, if we go back to 2024, December 19th, because I don't want you to let them retcon this, like Rachel Zegler's trying to do, saying she's the number one streaming thing on Disney Plus with Snow White. Don't let them do that. Don't let them retcon you. Nancy Tartaglione, if we go back to December 19th of 2024, this was the prediction for the 2025 global box office, $33 billion. And what does that mean? Well, it was supposed to be a 9% increase over 2024, which was a devastating year. That was still going to be a 16% loss compared to the 27 through 2019 average. But that was good, right? Hey, 6% above 2023, 9% above 2024. We were on the way back up again. Now, the only thing they have to be able to hang their hat on, I'm telling you right now, this is what they're going to do. Get ready for it, folks. We're going to predict it right here, right now. They are going to say that Neja 2, is that the name of the movie, Jonas, the Chinese animated film?
Something like that, Neja.
Niha.
Yeah. Niha? Yeehaw.
No,
They're going to say that Yeehaw. Sorry, Jonas.
It's a Chinese remake of Hee Haw.
Yeehaw.
Wouldn't that be fun? They're going to say that what was the guy who played the banjo on that? Roy Clarkson, was that his name?
The title of the series itself is the extent of my knowledge.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, yeah, he runs a farm now in England.
Oh, right. Maybe I got that wrong. All right, folks, tell me in the chat who it really is. All right, so Yeehaw, the Chinese Yeehaw is, or Hee Haw, that made a lot of money. The problem is that it stays in China.
Yeah.
It just does. They're going to try to use that for the global box office, but the problem is it's in its own little area. It is cordoned off into Beijing, but they're going to try to say that's the way that they lifted up the box office. Don't listen to them. When you actually consider the international market as it is correctly constituted of films and movies that people make money off of and are distributed around the world, guess what? They are in a tough spot right now. The box office is down. And unless at this point, Wicked and Zootopia overperform to a huge extent, 2025 will come short of 2024. And that is a very sour place for them. Guys, what do you make? Culture, go ahead. Tell us why you think Avatar is such a, maybe it's going to be a boon this year. Maybe we're wrong, Culture. Maybe it comes in just in time for Christmas and makes $500 million in a day.
Well, the adage always goes, don't bet against Cameron. Well, I bet against him on the last movie, and The Way of Water somehow stunned people visually with absolutely no depth. And this is just more of the same with less technology increases and probably just more interest from Drunk 3PO. So if you're a fan of Drunk 3PO's Avatar channel,
he buys a lot of these. He buys a lot of Avatar tickets.
I'm just going to say, you might like the fire people versus the fire people.
There's a lot of people who like the Avatar movies. As much as they are not my thing, I never bet against James Cameron as much as he has not made a film that I've enjoyed for quite some time.
Yeah, and he has been associated with a film I've enjoyed for quite some time. You have to remember he was associated with the terrible Terminator chickification film, whatever that thing was called. But
Culture, you know what the real problem is?
No.
You've been going to these Avatar movies all these years, over and over again, trying to decipher what it is that people love.
Yeah.
Nobody told you it's 3D. You're supposed to wear the glasses.
Really?
Yeah. You've been seeing cross-eyed the whole time, man.
I'm telling you, the Flight of Passage glasses didn't work last time I tried them.
Like those 3D images from the 90s, the calendars and stuff. You've been trying to find that perfect way to cross your eyes and see what's going on.
So it's not one of those like magic picture thingies that you stare at and defocus
Magic
your eyes.
Eye. Magic Eye. I remember the name of it now. Yeah. Guys,
anyway,
one last thing on this though, Culture, and segue into it with what you had to say. Both of these films that are going to try to save Hollywood, Wicked for Good and Zootopia 2, I don't know if they're woke, but they're definitely woke adjacent. Is that fair?
Yeah. If it's got Bo and Yang in it and he's shouting about it, it's a musical and it's about Wizard of Oz. So it has a more left-leaning audience to it. Although you could say Wizard of Oz has mass appeal, there is definitely one side that claims strong ownership over that. Zootopia also is a message about unity and immigrants and getting along and race relations, which is kind of having woke connotations is unavoidable in that. Do we mean that it's gay stuff? Well, there's probably going to be more of that in Wicked for Good than the other, but
I have an unmade video that I did all the research for, produced a thumbnail for, and the whole nine. I just ran out of time to record it. And the title of it is called The Radical Leftists of Oz. And it talks about Chew being so focused on leftist messaging in this film that you are going to be smothered with its wokeness.
Well, Mo, can you help me out? Because I don't know Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Politically, where do you think they land? I'm not sure.
I think they're MAGA. I think they love this country just as much as they love to eat.
Make America green again.
Okay, so let's be serious. Wicked, the original book in the musical, by nature, because it's a musical, it had proto woke messaging in it, and it is the perfect vessel, much like Barbie, to put that in there because it's geared solely towards women and gay men. Let's be serious. So that's why it grafts so well on there, and that's why they're willing to accept it, because it's geared towards women, and women are more susceptible to the woke message because it plays on their empathy and their feelings and their love. And I don't mean to denigrate any of the women in the chat. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to say that's
what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, well, hey, there you go. And you know what? I love haricot verts. Culture Casino. They are quite tasty. But
especially as a hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre, yes.
Yeah, I'm being told that's. Hang on a second. Our French analyst is telling me that's pronounced hors d'oeuvre. I apologize. I feel that very badly now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, speaking of things that are, gay in French, the Wicked. I don't know how that was a horrible segue. I'm sorry, but it's they're willing to accept that message. It kind of like goes part and parcel with more female centric movies and things like that. In Zootopia, we've seen the trailer and the teaser. It's just kind of, it looks like they're going pretty heavy and going hard in the paint, as we say in basketball. With their messaging, with the woke messaging. I don't think that's quite a good fit because it's geared towards children, and that's creepy. It's always been creepy to me. But with Wicked, it makes perfect sense that they would try to push that. And given the subject matter, the Wicked book, I can see why they're trying to do that, because that people are going to eat it up. It's going to make $1 million, over $1 billion. It's going to get people interested in watching it because honestly, it kind of works in that venue. I don't like it, but that's just, that's the one place where they can apply their woke ideology, and it actually works and people will go watch it. With everything else, it just doesn't work. So I don't like it, but that's just the truth of the matter. It's going to make over $1 billion. We all know it is, just like the last one.
Culture, you agree with that one? Zootopia over $1 billion?
No.
Oh, not Zootopia over $1 billion. I was saying Wicked. I apologize.
Oh,
Zootopia,
Wicked.
Yes, I don't see Zootopia doing all that well, because I think it's going to fall flat. I don't think there's nearly enough love as there was for Moana. Moana was a beloved Disney princess. Zootopia was just kind of it did well because of the time it came out, and I don't think it's going to have the legs.
Well, I'll tell you this. Speaking of legs, Hollywood is going to be running. They're going to be jumping up and down if these two films are what save their derrieres come November and December. Because once again, Culture, they're going to say that these kinds of films are what Americans want to see. And Culture, I'll let you get the last word on it. What's your takeaway?
I think that, like the previous Wicked film, this one finishes in the around 750 million global. And I think that it falls far short of what their hopes and dreams were. And that's why it doesn't perform as well. I think a lot of the early box office tracking is trying to aid the hype, which is, versus the last film, a lot less enthusiastic. The films that are opening in the near term, a lot of people don't even know are coming. And unfortunately, people know Wicked is coming, and they know Avatar is coming, and they know Zootopia is coming, but there's zero hype for it. Even though they know it's coming, nobody's buzzing about it. Even in our spheres, particularly, and the one that Mo does a great job in, film specifically, with being on that basement show. But to me, the Monday Hangover. I'm sorry, it's just I see everything through Jay. But anyway, the strangest thing is I don't see a box office recovery. I mean, we're talking about a broader subject here, and I don't see it recovering and performing or showing great performance at the end of the year. I think we're going to be very disappointed in another under $100 million performance in the box office this coming weekend. I think we're going to have more of those than we have, over 100 million performance in the box office overall on a weekend. And that's just been the way of the year. People lost the habit of going to see cinema. They'll wait an extra 2 weeks to see it on streaming, or oftentimes a month. It doesn't. And unless you have the enthusiasm of Barbie, which can somebody reinforce the claim that that's actually the case with Wicked for Good, that film's going to fall far short of $750 million. I'd love to agree with you, Mo, because I think the world of you, but we don't have anything that's going to come out and perform and get close to $1 billion. We've had $1 billion performer this year. That's it.
All right, folks, we've got optimism, we've got pessimism, we've got people in between. You tell us what you think. Will the box office pull itself out of the drink and get back into the black? We'll find out. 2 months to go. Hey, Holly Weird, let's go. And folks, we have come to the end yet again. Another video of excellence in the can. What a joy it has been to share time with you. We hope you enjoyed it as well. If so, consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. And as always, drop a comment down below. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. Join a community dialogue today, just on down below. Folks, we are going to say farewell for now, but we will see you back. 4 is more, and that's how many videos we put out every single day here on the Pro Channel. Hope you enjoy them all. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona, Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.